We have a little bit of time. All right, get ready to go.
From the outside looking in, the expectation of what storm chasing is like is a whole lot of this. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, it's an emotional roller coaster of highs and lows.
Trust my gut.
In between, it's mile upon mile of driving with some storms in between. Not every chase is filled with tornadoes. Nonetheless, my brother Connor and I were eager to get this 2024 trip underway.
I think the big thing that I'm looking forward to this year is just really growing as a storm chaser. I've gotten pretty good at the forecasting side of things, but I want to get better at the execution and that side of the equation, if you will. What storm chasing means to me, it's comes down to a connection with nature. You know, it's the most insane thing on paper. You're driving thousands of miles across the country to see, you know, something that might not happen. It doesn't make a lot of sense to the external eye, but it's the people that have it that fully understand. It's a weird connection to have with nature. There really are no great words to describe it. You just have to experience it for yourself.
Day one of chasing is always the hardest for us because we're starting in the northeastern United States, and to make a risk, we're usually having to basically sprint across the country. And that's not always ideal. And we got a great day of driving in yesterday, getting from northern New Jersey to central Iowa. But now we're having to go from central Iowa to northeastern Wyoming, which is obviously not ideal. It's, you know, another 10 hours of driving for us, but at the end of the day, we need to make this day one risk if we want to maximize our time chasing out here. So it's a labor of love, that is for sure, but it's not the easiest.
This first chase was shaping up near the South Dakota border with Wyoming. The risk for tornadoes was minimal that day, but it seemed like a great opportunity to shake off the rust. Little did we know, things were going to go horribly wrong.
Wow. I've never quite seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Not to that level, at least. We got a lot of side winds. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a nice side load. Yep.
While punching back through the strong outflow on the interstate, the forces at play were simply too much for the roof rails holding our carrier.
Oh, now I feel it. Did we lose the carrier? Really? I don't see it. We lost it. Oh no. Okay. All right, pause. Stop. Stop. Blinkers. All right, we just got set on the side of the highway. Okay. All right, you keep figuring out the window. I'm gonna go find the carrier.
Okay, we're good. Your GoPro. I got it. We're good. Windows up.
Our roof carrier, full of our car repair and emergency supplies, had launched into a ravine next to the interstate. By the time we came to a stop, we were over a mile away, with it lost somewhere in the grass. With heavy winds, hail, and rain, I sprinted down the shoulder. The tall grass made it nearly impossible to see, but I found it 70 feet down into the ravine, miraculously still latched.
It's in one piece.
Good. All right, I'm gonna keep backing up.
The latches are broken on it, yeah. Oh my god. Thank god I run. It was before the wire fence. I dragged it up, it was all the way in the gully. Okay. Oh my god. I was so scared that was gonna happen. I should have double checked. All right. The tightness of the bars. Thule's toast.
Yep, the Thule is toast. Okay, yeah. So I guess that's the good news. And we could probably fit everything on.
Yep. We
So
should be able to.
well,
Yeah.
that's our situation.
So all the contents survived. A little shaken up, but I think we can fit everything into our car. And the Thule, rest in peace. This was the only surviving U-bolt, completely yielded and destroyed. The brackets, this was the only one that partially survived, but still, this is the last one I was holding. But nonetheless, and then the rest of these all, or maybe this was the one that survived, but the rest of these exploded upon impact. And then if we look in here, completely gashed, and then completely gashed up here. This is a little, no, this is also gashed. So the Thule is toast, from what it seems. The cross members are fine, so we can reinstall those, but we're able to pack up. A little more cramped, but we'll make it work. This is staying with us. Well, this is the end of our roof carrier that we've had for many years. It's seen 30 some odd states and has been through many a storm, but the Wall, South Dakota linear windbag was the last of the storms in its final battle. Thank you, Thule, for all the memories.
I didn't really have much in terms of expectations for today. What made it really bad was the problems that we've had with our vehicle. First, cosmetic damage, and then we lost a very big piece of our chasing equipment that we had to basically drop everything and nearly give us a heart attack thinking we lost a lot of our equipment. So yeah, this is very much not a very good start.
I mean, I always knew it was a possibility that that could happen. I guess it's the stupidity on my end of not double checking the cross members beforehand to make sure that they were actually still tight from, you know, the days and days of use. That stinks, you know, you have a little bit of a sentimental value to it in a sense, but at the same time too, now we have to deal with the logistics of having extra stuff in the back of our car, which is tough when you have tripods and all this other camera stuff that you need constant access to while you're chasing. So it just adds this extra logistical hurdle, but all things considered, thank God it didn't hit anyone behind us. That would have obviously been the worst case scenario where someone got hurt or anything like that. So we found it, we recovered it, all the stuff inside was fine. So, you know, we can move forward from here, and, you know, there's a couple of, you know, good setups ahead. Maybe not necessarily the most tornadic of setups, but, you know, I think I'm optimistic in the sense that I think we still have some really good days ahead of us. So, you know, to start the trip off on a sour note, yeah, it stinks, but I think there's a lot to look forward to moving forward.